Hello, my name is Linda Johnson. I'm a teacher librarian in the Iowa City Community School District at Shimmick School. I would like to welcome you today to this session, learning how to better use the SmartBoard interactive whiteboard. Today we'll be focusing on creating interactive lesson activities, learning 3 different ways to use the hide and reveal techniques. I will especially focus on one of these techniques to make the lessons more engaging and inviting for the students to help encourage them to learn. I would like you to think about how hiding and revealing answers would make lessons more engaging and interesting for students. To get to the next page on my notebook, I can either hit the next page arrow here. I could hit the next page arrow up here. The SmartBoard often has multiple ways to do things. Or I could tap the page sorter button, which reveals thumbnails of all of my pages in my presentation. And then I could just click on the next page and it would appear. Because I have the auto hide box checked here, when I touch my workspace on my page, the thumbnails will disappear and we'll be ready to go. Alright, we're going to focus on 3 ways to create a hide and reveal activity today. I'll show you several techniques for revealing information. Each of these is very easy to use. The first technique, I am not on my page sorter. I'm not. Here, I will erase what I have just done using the undo. I wasn't on my select tool. Now that I have my select tool chosen, I can select this box and move and reveal my answer. I can select this box to reveal the order and reveal technique, and I can select this box for the erase and reveal technique. We will be using these as we work today. Let's go on to the next page, again with our next page button. We have the question, where is King Tut's tomb? Now I don't want the students to know the answer right away. I want them to think about the answer and then reveal it. The first technique is the move and reveal technique. The first thing I will do is to type text right here, type the answer in text here on the page. Then I will create some sort of object. In this case, I have created a rectangle to cover the answer. And then when it's time for the students, once the students have thought about the answer and it's time to reveal, I'll make sure I have my page, no, not my page sorter, my select tool selected, and I can just hit this and I can reveal the answer, the Valley of the Kings. So for move and reveal, you type your text using the on-screen keyboard, which we will talk about in just a little bit. It's the left-hand button here on my pen tray. And then I make an object that I put over the text and then I move it when it's time to reveal the answer. The second technique for hide and reveal is called order and reveal. In this case, I have typed my text, but I have typed my text the same color as the background so it cannot be seen. When I am ready to reveal the answer, I move some sort of object. In this case, I will use my same square and voila, there is the text. The trick to this technique, it's really quite easy, is again you type the text the same color as the background so it is invisible. Then you make an object to slide in between the text and the background. It's ordering of layers. So the background is in the very back and the text is in the front, and you layer the rectangle so it slides actually in between the text and the background. The third technique I would like to show you is erase and reveal. In this case, I've again just typed the text on the screen like I did up in move and reveal. But then I have covered the answer with digital ink. And when it's time to reveal the answer, I simply take up the eraser from the pen tray and I erase the digital ink and my answer is revealed. The typed text and objects won't erase, just the digital ink will erase. So the answer won't be erased, just the digital ink. All right, let's see a full example on how to use the erase and reveal technique. So I'll do my page and come to the next page here. This is a lesson for second graders in our library curriculum. They need to know the difference between fiction and nonfiction books. So I have put some covers of various fiction and nonfiction books on the page. I've already typed the fiction or nonfiction up here. And I've typed one fiction word, but now I need to have fiction or nonfiction under each of my books. So what I will do, I will make sure I have the select tool selected. Then I will select the word fiction here that I've already typed, and then I will go to the drop-down menu and I will go to infinite cloner because I need more of the word fiction, and then it will make infinite copies of this. So I will drag the word fiction under every book that is fiction, and they will again all be the same size, the same font as the original because we want our production to look good. All right, I'm now going to draw, let's see, that's all the fiction books. I'm now going to drag a fiction title over here. Now this is a nonfiction book, so I need to change the word fiction to nonfiction. So I'm going to touch the keyboard key here on the left-hand side on my keyboard, and it brings up the online keyboard. I need to move it out of the way so I can see. Now I'm going to double-click on fiction here, and I want it to be non-fiction, so I'm going to make a capital N, an O, N, and then a lowercase f, and I'm going to go over and erase that, and then I have the word non-fiction. I can just click the X and have that disappear. I can still make sure I have my select tool, and I can select the word nonfiction and put it right where I want it. I can again do the infinite cloner by hitting the drop-down menu, do infinite cloner, and now I can put nonfiction under each of my nonfiction books. Alright, so now everything matches and all the words are ready to go. Of course, I want the words to be hidden, but the first thing I need to do, I want to make sure that my words and my books don't get moved around by the students. So I'm going to do what's called a marquee select. I'm going to make sure I have the select tool selected. I'm going to start in the upper left-hand corner and drag, whoops, and drag all the way across and select everything I have on the board. It's kind of like a Control-A on the computer, and I can touch any one of these drop-down menus and go to locking and lock in place. Now everything on the screen is locked in place, and the children can't accidentally move the answers around and have the wrong answers under the pictures, because that would not be good. All right, now I need to hide my answers, of course, because I don't want the children to see them yet. So I need to pick my pen tool. I need to select my pen tool, and then I want the digital ink to be the same color as the background. So I will pick my font colors, and I will pick white because my background in this case is white. It could be any color, but in this case it is white. And then I want my line style to be good and thick so it's easy to do. Now I just come here and use my finger, and it erases all of my answers. Of course it doesn't really, they're still there. It's just covering them up with digital ink. Easy as pie here. All right, now, and I will get rid of the fonts. All right, now I want to make sure I'm back to my select tool. You almost always want to be on that select tool. All right, now I'll have the students come in. I'll ask the students, is this Penguin's book a fiction or a non-fiction book? I'll let them think about it, process it, look at the other pictures and kind of compare. Then I will call a student up, and they'll take the eraser out of the pen tray, and they will come and they'll erase underneath the Penguin's book, and lo and behold, it is fiction, just like they thought. And then I'll ask about this Penguin's book, and I'll have another student come up and erase and reveal the answer nonfiction. Very engaging for the students. They love to come up and utilize the SmartBoard and utilize the eraser and find the answers, and it's almost like magic when the answers appear. So this is a great way to engage the students and help them learn and review about fiction and nonfiction. If we go to our last page here, I would like you to think about why would you want to hide information before talking about it. And I'd like you to talk to the person next to you and come up with a few ideas of why you would want to use these hide and reveal activities. Thank you so much and have a pleasant evening.